So you do not have to give an opening statement. Cassidy will go directly into questions.
Okay.
So go ahead.
All right, I have a couple solo questions first. So, Katie, I just want to ask you, so 2 solo blocks in the match and 4 kills getting into that end of the match today. I know it's not new for you, but for someone that played a match like a couple hours prior, just like keeps that momentum going.
Sorry, can you repeat that last part you just said? I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, you're totally fine. I know it's not new for you, but for someone that's played a match a couple hours prior, just how do you keep that momentum going?
Oh, the momentum. I think just staying locked in. Each team is different in the way we're blocking, so just being really keen in on who's my hitter before every play, before we even start the game, watching the hitters during warm-ups. I think that's really what's going to keep my momentum going and keep me focused.
And another question for you, what have you seen from the freshmen that have played this weekend so far?
I'm so stinking proud of the freshmen. Like Katie Howard, she was out there. I think she hit like a 455 today, or something crazy like that. But they work so hard in practice, and they come out, and when they come in the game, they bring something. They have energy. It's not like when they come in, you're scared because the freshmen are in. They bring something, and it's so awesome to see because that's hard for a freshman, but they're doing so great.
And then Kenadee, question for you. How have you seen yourself improve recently, especially this weekend?
I've just seen myself kind of like giving in to what Travis says. You got to kind of look ugly for a little bit to get better. So I've just started kind of giving in to the fact that like to get better, I kind of have to look a little dumb sometimes when I'm learning new techniques and learning how to do stuff. And I think that's really helped me improve a lot, is just kind of like really letting go of old stuff that I used to do and just focusing on the new things.
All right, then I'll ask you the same question I asked Travis, but what are your positive takeaways from these 2 matches that you played?
I'm just looking forward to getting better. Like there's a lot of positives that happen, but I'm focusing on getting better and fixing the things that I could have done and didn't.
And then Katie, this question for you. Just positive takeaways from this one.
I'm just proud of our communication and our energy and our togetherness, because that's something that we talked about before this game, and even just a couple of days in practice when we really wanted to zone in on that and making sure we're good eye contact and making sure we're responding to someone when they're talking to us. So I think that was my biggest positive takeaway from these 2 games.
All right, and then final question for the both of you. Are you feeling confident heading into conference play next week?
Okay. Yeah, I'm so excited for conference play. A lot of good teams in our conference, and I'm pumped.
I'm excited just because we have such an our old lead team. All of the girls are back, and there's so many seniors who are experienced, and I'm just excited that they're there to help all of us go into this conference play with so much experience and so much knowledge, and it's just going to be really good.
I'll ask you a question as well, Kenny, since you have the mic. Throughout this week, you've got a ton of reps and whatnot. What's your favorite part, then, between practice and up till now?
You mean like practice just this week?
Whatever. What's your favorite part then?
My favorite part of season has just been pre-game, in the locker room with the girls, and bus rides. Our team has such a good dynamic with each other, and our relationship is really good. And you would think coming in as a freshman, we're kind of the babies, and no one's gonna want to hang out with us, but that's not how it is. Everyone is super welcoming, and we've all become really close really quickly.
That's awesome. All right, and Katie, it got mentioned briefly, but do you feel like you guys were a little bit closer to your old selves, today?
Yes, totally thought that. Even in the first game too, I felt like we talked about as a team how we, kind of had this pressure from last season and we just talked about it and just decided to let it go and just play for each other, you know? And I think we did that, and like I had the most fun this first game that I had the whole season. Like, it was my favorite game because I just had so much fun and I felt like we were doing it for each other. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
All right. Unless Travis has any questions for you guys.
Oh, I have questions.
Locker room questions.